And you see, like for black comedians in the UK,
Yeah.
what do you think certain black comedians in the UK need to do in order for their, for their careers in order for them to become even more successful?
Well,
What do you think?
we got to be
Some
honest.
black comedians in the UK need to do?
Networking is a huge part.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Network is a huge part, and I yawned while I'm saying that because after a show, I want to go home. I don't want to network, but because you don't know who's in the crowd. You don't know who's watched you. You don't know who's the cousin of an executive at BBC. You just don't know. You've got to network, and you've got to be willing to be sociable. If you're not sociable as a comedian, you're shooting yourself in the foot because these are the people that are going to pay your lifestyle. So you got to be sociable. So networking is one big one.
Yeah.
Have fun. And I know I put having fun after networking. I did it for a reason. Having fun is very important. But no matter how much fun you have, if you ain't approachable, it doesn't matter how much fun you're having on stage. You need to be approachable. You need to have that networking ability, but you also need to have fun on stage. You need to show people that I'm enjoying what I'm doing. That's what draws crowds to you, having fun. And you're going to have to write new stuff often. Fail on the new stuff, rewrite and refail until you fail less and less to the point where this is a funny ass set.
Yeah.
Some jokes I'm still working out now that I've been doing for years.
Even for you, that.
Yeah, man, because you think the joke is great.
Yeah.
And then one day you'll think, wait a minute, what if I try this way instead of that way?
Oh.
Okay. Oh, I could go here with this. And it just becomes something completely different.
Very interesting, man. And even right now, are you like is there like any shows or anything that you're working on right now?
Oh yeah, I got a show.
Up?
Yeah, I got a show on Tuesday at John the Unicorn in Peckham. Me and Whole Lot of Comedy. It's every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. in Peckham, John the Unicorn. It's a pub, but the upstairs areas we do the comedy. It's great. We just did a show for International Women's Day. It's fucking great. All female comedians. It's a really good night. The room was completely sold out. It was only standing room. It was great.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely going to come to one of those.
Man, come to the show, bro.
One of those evenings, definitely, man. So even for the rest of like 2022, like what? Obviously, I'm not asking you to tell your people your secrets and all your plans and that you're going to say. But just even like in general, man, what would you like to accomplish for this year so that when 2022, when this year finishes, you're like, you know what, fucking I've had a fucking good year. Like, what would you like to accomplish?
I would say I'd like to accomplish half an hour comedy show. That's like a half an hour special. That'd be dope. And more comedy acting. So comedy acting and a half an hour comedy show because I got it. I easily got half an hour shit to talk about. But I generally like acting. It's fun. So more comedy acting. Seeing your boy on Instagram. Seeing your boy on YouTube. Seeing your boy just on TV. Even just seeing me out there doing my thing. Being funny. And catching me doing my 30 minutes on stage. Laughing your ass off. Having a good time.
Bro, I love that, man. And would you say like... because I feel like, especially over the last 2 years, obviously, for the whole world, people know, like, we was tested with this corona, with this pandemic thing, was really tested, and some people came out of it with basically, obviously, creating new ideas.
Yeah.
Some people came out of it mentally in a worse place. Like, for you, like, would you say that you're mentally stable right now? Like, you're mentally... Obviously, I asked you earlier if you're really, really happy. And sometimes maybe I can be wrong or right. Sometimes those two things can be a bit different. Being happy within versus mentally, like, proper,
from the pandemic, I am absolutely stable because I started to do algebra, and I know it sounds weird, but I always wondered. I always was like bad at algebra when I was a kid, and I thought, how hard can algebra really be? First, it was fractions. I was crappy at fractions. I thought, let me put the work in. I wanted some YouTube tutorials and stuff, and then bada bing, bada boom, I got fractions down. And I thought, I never was really good at algebra. I started doing algebra, and through algebra, no weed was sponsoring this, what I'm about to say. Through algebra, I discovered the meaning of life. So here we go. Algebra is simple. You're trying to find the variable what x is. So you'd have 2 plus x
Very
equals
interesting,
5.
bro.
Right?
You go on,
here we go. You got 2 plus x equals 5.
Yeah.
How do you find out what x is? Because that's the whole point of algebra, right?
Yeah.
Point of life, trying to find out what the meaning of life is, right? So that's your variable. You're trying to find out what it is. So you have to take away 2 from 2 and 2 from 5. Because you got to take away from both sides, right? And then we take away 2 from 2, you get 0. Boom, you bring the x down. You take 2 from 5, you get 3. So x equals 3. X is always going to equal the thing that you are missing. But what is it that you're missing? You've got to take yourself away from what your goal is. Yeah. What do you have that's stopping you from getting your goal? Take yourself away from it. So if it's, oh, I want to wake up early and go jogging. I hate waking up early. Take yourself away. You hate waking up early? Well, you're going to start learning to wake up early. Start loving to wake up early. You're afraid to go talk to people on stage because you're afraid to get embarrassed. Take away your embarrassment. Take away your ego. You got to take yourself away from your answer. And once you take yourself away from the answer, you're left with the variable, what you need.
This guys, I'm sorry, this guy's a professor, man. He's not just a comedian, man. He's a professor, man.
It was a lot of time during that. It was a lot of time during that pandemic. It was a lot of time where I had to do algebra, and I'm like, hey. Oh, shit. No weed sponsored that idea. Yeah. No weed, I promise. I was sober.
You have blown my mind.
Just gotta take yourself away from it. Whatever you want to achieve, just take yourself away from what you want. What is there that you don't have, and then you're gonna figure it out.
Yeah. And do you think, even to just throw it in quickly, do you think partly certain people being in toxic relationships, or basically even certain people just being even friendship, just basically relationships that don't really like serve them right? Sometimes that holds back a lot of people from achieving whatever they want to achieve.
I would say it does, but ultimately a toxic relationship with someone else stems from a toxic relationship with yourself. If you don't love yourself or feel you deserve a love that is of worth, you're going to accept a lackluster love from someone else. Yeah. Disrespectful, saying there's a phrase that says, oh, I said this in the heat of the moment. That's nonsense. That was in the back of their mind that they've been wanting to say from day one, but they were waiting for that moment to say it. You've got to love yourself to respect yourself enough to know that, I deserve better than that treatment. And this is another reason why I'm happy. Bro, as much as there are certain women I would love to holler at, there are certain women that are below what I'm worth. And a lot of dudes don't want to accept how much they're worth because they think, oh man, she got a vagina. Yeah, dog, that don't mean nothing, bro. It don't mean nothing. What do you do? What makes you happy? What causes you to be, what causes you to wake up to smile? Like, you know how many dudes that are below the age of 25 with receding hairlines because of stress? Yeah. Like, bro, it's wild, man.
Imagine being below fucking 22 and your
hairline just...
And they're going to Turkey real quick.
To get that. Listen, I ain't gonna stunt. I really think about, man, I really would like cornrows one more time, boy.
Yeah.
And not just the cap, because the cap is something that, people want to throw on when they're lazy. Yeah. But but going back to the whole toxic relationships, it will slow you down completely because that toxicity requires your energy to keep it going. Toxicity can't exist if you're not feeding into it. It can't.
Literally, I hope this is gonna help somebody literally who is in a toxic relationship.
Man. Like,
what advice would you have somebody that's actually going through it right now?
If you're you're in a toxic relationship. I don't need to tell you. The homie don't need to tell you. You know you're in a toxic relationship. So you need to ask yourself, is this what you deserve? And if the answer is yes, then do you. I can't force you to do nothing. Only you can make the choice to be accountable to your own actions. But if you deserve more, if you deserve better, you need to leave that toxic relationship. And that's whether it's a boyfriend, girlfriend, friends, family members. Because yes, we can have family that can be toxic too.
1,000,000%.
That's it. You just need to get away from them and find what makes you happy. And that means fighting for your happiness. Happiness isn't just given. You got to fight for your happiness. If you don't fight for it, you may not get it.
Exactly, because fighting for happiness, definitely, because obviously we all know it's a big world and we've got certain people who are in certain situations, like you said, even with families, and for whatever reason they feel like they're stuck there. Do you know what I'm saying? If you feel like you're stuck there and you feel like for whatever reason your circumstances are kind of like holding you there or whatever, remember what Brandon just said there. You've got to fight.
You gotta fight
for your happiness, literally.
Yeah, and to be honest, I had to learn the hard way because I didn't want to fight. Like, I didn't want to fight. You don't want to fight your parents. You don't want to fight your family. You don't want to fight your friends. Because why would you fight them? But you got to be yourself because they can't see the you that you want to be.
It's
Only
true.
You can. So you got to fight for that.
That's big facts. And for you, like, what does real with a capital R? Yeah, what does real love mean to you, bro?
Real love, we're talking about for myself, or we're talking about from another person?
Like, generally,
for real love is
genuine love.
You want to do it without being told. That's what real love is. If it's, I really love comedy. I want to do it without being told. If I really love this person, I want to do for them without being told. Yeah. If I really love my mom or my brother, I want to help them out without having to be told. It's taking the initiative to put my energy to something for something else. Yeah. It's not for me because I love this thing. I'm in love. It's active. Yeah. It's something that's it doesn't stand still. So people that love and there's people that are in love. So if I love something, it's just there. I love it. Whatever, it's there. But if I'm in love with something, I want to do it. I want to get involved in it. I want to push it.
What you mean.
This is what I'm saying. Yeah. Like just having love for something doesn't mean anything because you can hate something that you love, but when you're in love with something, there's no hate involved. You're too busy putting work into it. You're too busy building it, supporting it, encouraging it, growing it. That's real.
Very interesting, man. Very, very interesting,
active.
Man.
Yeah, love is active. Real love is active.
And do you think unconditional love, do you think that is overrated nowadays or is still needed?
I think it's needed, but I think you got to be brave enough to do it and really lean into it. Because unconditional love, you got to lean into unconditional love. And I feel like you can have unconditional love for certain things, but I also feel like there's certain things that don't deserve unconditional love. Okay. If there's an individual who's shown you on many occasions that they're not worthy of your trust, don't give them unconditional love. Simple.
Fuck them. Don't give them your unconditional love.
And that's for parents with children. Stop giving unconditional love with no type of worth. Because when you just give it just to give it don't mean nothing.
You deserve this, bro.
My brother, I appreciate that, man. Bro, thank you.
Real talk, bro. Honestly, real talk, man. And you see like the future of comedy, yeah? We're nearly finishing here, bro. This has been so fucking amazing, bro. Honestly.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you. You see comedy, thank you, man. I appreciate you too, man. Like, bro, like, you see the future of comedy, Are you excited about it or you're kind of worried about it?
I'm very excited because I'm taking more of an active part in it.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, I mean, like, just in general, like,
I hear you. In general, I hear you. Like, I don't think I'm just gonna be doing comedy in London in the next few years. I feel like in the next few years, I'm gonna be doing more comedy sketches, more comedy videos, more directing, more comedy. I feel like I'm gonna be doing more shit because that's my contribution. Yeah, I want my contribution because I love comedy. I want to be active in it. I want to contribute to it. I want to write things. I want to bring funny ass people together, make funny ass scenes. So I feel good about it because a lot of ideas that I have, I'm willing to risk what others won't. And because I'm willing to risk, the reward's going to be there. You can't deny that.
A million %, man. And you see that if somebody's watching this, and they would like to, obviously, to do some sketches with you, they would like to work with you, what is the best way to get in contact with you?
Holler at me through Instagram. My email address is on there, or you can just go to my website, thebrandonpalmer.com. That's TheBrandonPalmer.com, thebrandonpalmer.com. Yeah. Send me a message. You see what's going on. Let's make some shit happen.
You get what I'm trying to say? And
because that's how this happened. You know what I mean? You hollered at me and I was like, yo, let's do it.
Like, you connect with people. Yeah. I feel like one of the best ways anyway, to just connect with people, man. You know what I'm trying to say? You see comedy clubs?
Yeah.
Like, would you say, like, that is one of the best ways to sharpen your sword? Your comedy sword?
Of course, man.
Talk to me about your experiences with UK comedy clubs so far.
I mean, for the most part, urban comedy clubs, I find them, because I wasn't raised here, a lot of my references, a lot of things I say will go over their heads because it's just different, like, different words, different wordings and things. But I would say mainstream comedy clubs get me a little bit more because I can be a little bit more silly. I can play with more ideas. Okay. Like, again, I love our culture, but we can be very closed off of how we think about things. Where I want to talk about a mime having sex, or I want to talk about a freaking dude called the Mandingo Bandit who only rapes dudes who say no homo. Yeah. Like, it's just like, or don't say no homo. Like, I want to talk about these weird things. Yeah. But I can do that with a mainstream crowd. I can't do as much with an urban crowd.
I'm with you.
So, yeah, like the comedy clubs, the ones that are like, and I mean, more of the ones that are out of London have been showing me so much love. Like Worthing, bro. Worthing has been dope as fuck for me recently. Brighton has been dope as fuck for me, bro.
I feel like those areas that you're mentioning, which is good. Like, you can obviously you realize that when you go to these areas, it's different energies, different vibes. So I feel like in terms of like with comedy, I understand. Yeah, I might be wrong, but what I realize is like with comedy, you need to the people that are gonna receive most comedians like properly are those people who actually got a certain sense of humor.
Of course.
You're going to say. So I feel like London, most places in London, again, this is my take because I've lived in London most of my life, where we're too serious.
Yeah.
Obviously, you get some parts in London where people have got a certain sense of humor, but I feel like a lot of those outside London places, some of them, they've got a bit more of like a sense of humor. Absolutely. And they're a bit more open. You got to say. So, absolutely. Yeah, man, how are your experiences, man? Like, have you ever been booed on stage?
Not booed, but I've had dead silence.
Yeah.
And that's, for me, is worse than booing because you're just hearing yourself.
Seriously, you think it's worse?
Yeah, I think it's much worse. Like, boo me, that's energy. I can deal with that. Yeah. But, like, the whole, like, just... Do you see? That cuts. It cuts deep.
You can hear the penny drop.
Yeah, man. I did a show in Birmingham, and it's such an unfortunate situation because this is, like, my audition to show the dude I could be funny as shit.
Oh,
so
shit.
It was a very large African Caribbean community, but they were in their late 40s, early 50s.
Yeah.
I was having pro-homosexual jokes, seeing things from a perspective.
Yeah.
For those of you guys who don't know, older Jamaicans don't like homosexuals at all. But I have to give...
They said,
yeah, that's it. But I have to say, there's a reason for it, because homosexuality was used as a weapon against African Caribbeans way back when during slavery times. Educate yourself. Buck breaking. They would sodomize the strongest slave to show everyone else, this is what you get if you don't pick that cotton. Lesson. But I was doing those jokes and they weren't feeling it, bro. And I had at least 3 minutes of just silence.
3 minutes?
It felt like an hour. I swear to God, sometimes I close my eyes, I'm there, and I say, oh shit. But yeah, right. But yeah, it was wild. But I brought them back with the sex jokes. Weirdly enough, they don't want to hear about homosexuality, but I talk about a dick and pussy and the rest of that. They're fine. Okay. They're laughing. It's all good.
What are some of the valuable lessons you get from like those experiences where your comedy set doesn't go too well? Because again, like I said, those kind of moments could be the make or break for a person. Am I right? Yeah. So what kind of certain lessons do you take from it?
My lessons? Yeah. Don't be a bitch. The show may not go right, but it's just one show. It's just one show. It will never break you unless you decide to be broken. Like, one show is not going to break me, man. Yeah. Like, even the show I told you about that when I took that 6-year break, I was being a bitch. Was there things going on that should have been? Yes. The DJ was re-leveling the mic as I was on stage. There was there was a person fixing a light when I was on stage. It was weird shit happening, but I let it distract me. And I should have been firing shots at everything that was happening. That's what I should have been doing. Yeah. But I didn't because I was too much in my own head. So don't be a bitch. That's my first thing. Yeah. Second thing, you got to have fun. I swear to God, I can't harp this enough. If you're not having fun on stage, you're doing it wrong. Yeah. Hell, if you don't have fun in life, you're doing it wrong.
What the fuck you doing if you're not having fun with whatever you're doing?
Yeah, like why would you do that? But yeah, so definitely don't be a bitch. Have fun. That's something I've definitely learned from these shows. And I'm gonna go back to it. Network. You gotta talk to these people. Some people really want to talk to you after a show. Don't just make yourself all closed off and just fucking stupid ass people. I've had shows where I'm making jokes and I'm not hearing laughter. Yeah. Then after the show, good job, man. Really enjoyed it. Say, yeah, man, it was really fun. I'm like, well, why the fuck was you laughing? Yeah. But
even that's
but you have to be hospitable because the last thing you want to be is a dick to someone who came out to see you.
Yeah. All right. So you've actually had.
Yeah, people, man.
That's actually mad, you know.
It's a mind fuck. It's a mind fuck. It's like you make a documentary. No one watches it. You don't have any views. But yo, great job in a documentary, bro. Yeah. It was really. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. You didn't watch it.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually a mind fuck, you know.
It is.
Like, even before we go, like, do you have anyone that inspires you in a comedy scene, or anyone just in general that inspires you in your life that you like to big up, to say thank you, just something different? You got to say a few nice words before we go, you know, or even...
I want to thank the British community, man, because, like, legitimately, being an American coming out here was wild as shit, because I was pretty much... Because there wasn't any Americans really when I came here. Hell, Air Force Ones weren't really out when I came out here. Like, that's how, like, legitimately, it was just one of those weird experiences, but I was really encouraged by the Black British community and just the British community in
general. How they received you.
Yeah, that's really nice to know, and I really appreciate that. And it was dope. Yeah. And I've been able to have a lot of nice life experiences, seeing things I would have never seen if I was in Baltimore.
I hope you continue to get more beautiful, good experiences, man.
This is another beautiful experience, bro. Like, this legit has been so damn cathartic for me to just talk about my
Thank you, man.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you for doing this, man.
Yeah, man. Honestly, like I always say, man, thank you, man, because I always say to most people, like, honestly, like, time is the most valuable thing you can give to a human being. So, like, I always have to regardless of repeating myself, I have to always thank people, because you could have been anywhere else, but you came, you finally made it, and you made time for me. Honestly, bro, Brandon, thank you so much, man. And I hope, and I hope we can build on from this.
Most definitely.
You get what I'm trying to say? I'm going to bump into you in some comedy shows.
You know it.
And we can link up again, and you get what I'm trying to say, on the bigger scale as time goes by, and keep on planning, man. So, bro, thank you so much, man. Keep killing them, keep making people piss themselves, keep making people laugh. Thank you, man, because the last thing I'm going to say is, obviously, you know what they say, laughter is another form of medicine, right?
Absolutely.
I think I said it right, but yeah, laughter is another form of medicine. And yeah, man, guys, wow. Look at him, man. Brandon Palmer, comedian from the US, living in the UK. Guys, if you want to connect with Brandon Palmer, hit him up on, you get what I'm trying to say, on Instagram. As always, I'm going to have his Instagram, obviously it's going to be under the description. And yeah, guys, man, we just delivered another beautiful, another open, another insightful, and most importantly, another educational conversation about what? About comedy.
Damn right.
My brother, welcome to the Red Chair.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure, man. RealityTeam TV.
I got like 9 different high fives. That's most
Come on.
I've gotten. Count my high fives, son. Count my high fives and put them in the comments below. I got the most, more than anyone, I think. Don't quote me, but quote me if it's more.
Damn, no, you're going to understand that. He definitely got more than anyone, man. Definitely, man.
Yeah.
It's been mad, man. It's been beautiful, bro. My brother, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you, brother.
And soon link up again, man.
Most
definitely, man. Love.